Hello everyone. So in the last class I was explained about the proteins in that introduction, then bonding of amino acids, so types of amino acid and peptides. So today let us know about the structure of protein. So before knowing the structure of protein, let us know about the peptide bond. So here peptide is a short polymer of amino acid monomers which is linked by an amide bond or amino bond. So a peptide bond is a chemical bond that is formed by the joining of a carboxylic group of one amino acid to the amino group of another. Peptide bond is usually covalent bond, and since the water molecule is eliminated, it is considered as a hydration process. So peptide is a short polymer of amino acid monomers linked by an amide bond. So the structure of peptide bond, the peptide bond is a planar, trans and rigid configuration. It also shows a partial double bond character. So here it shows a partial double bond character. That means they are not broken by heating or high salt concentration. They can be broken by exposing them to strong acid or strong base for a long time at elevated temperature. So hence it shows a partial double bond character. And the coplanarity of the peptide bond denotes the resonance or partial sharing of two pairs of electrons between the amide nitrogen and carboxyl oxygen. So the atoms carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen of the peptide bond is the same plane like hydrogen atom of the amide group and oxygen atom of the carboxyl group are trans to each other. So here you can see in this image the peptide bond and as well as amino group. So let us know about the characteristics of peptide bond. So peptide bond are strong with partial double bond character. They are not broken by heating or high salt concentration, but they can be broken by exposing them to strong acid or strong base for long time at elevated temperature, and also by some specific enzymes. So the peptide bonds are rigid and planar bonds, therefore they stabilized protein structure. Then next is peptide bond contains partial positive charge groups and partial negative charge groups, and it shows different forms of peptide bonds like dipeptide that contains 2 amino acid units, tripeptide that contains 3 amino acid units like that only tetra that contains 4 amino acid units, and oligopeptide that contains not more than 10 amino acid units, and polypeptide, so poly is nothing but many, so here it contains more than 10 amino acid units, that is up to 100 residues. And lastly macropeptides, so macropeptides made up of more than 100 amino acids. So this is about the peptide bond. So now let us know about the protein structure. So proteins are polymeric chain of amino acid residue. The structure of protein is mainly composed of long chains of amino acids. So the structure of protein is mainly composed of long chains of amino acids, and the structure and position of amino acids give a particular properties to the proteins. So amino acids are made up of an amino functional group, that is NH2, and a carboxylic group, that is COOH. So here amino acids are linked together to form polypeptide chain. So polypeptide chain, that is one or several of such chains fold differently to form a protein. So the based upon the relative dimension, so four basic structural level of proteins have been proposed. So here the four levels or the four structures, that is primary, secondary structure, tertiary and quaternary structure of protein. So let us know one by one in detail. So first of all, the primary structure. So the primary structure of a protein is the linear polypeptide chain formed by the amino acids in particular sequence. You can see here in this image. So here the presence of numbers and sequence of amino acids in the protein. So the higher level of organization are decided by the primary structure. Here each polypeptide chain has a unique amino acid sequence decided by the genes. So the primary structure is maintained by the covalent bonds of the peptide linkage. So here you can see the sequence. So sequence of amino acid. So here presence of both tripeptide amino acid sequence which can be altered, or their sequence can be altered when the sequence is changed. The peptide is also different. So the peptide bond is a partial double bond. So the carbon nitrogen bond is trans in nature, and there is no freedom of rotation because of the partial double bond character. So here this indicates the combination of amino acids in a proper sequence through the peptide linkage, and in the primary structure the molecular shape is generally rod shaped or comma shaped. So this is about the primary structure. Next is secondary structure. The term secondary structure, which denotes the configurational relationship between residues which are about 3 to 4 amino acids apart in the linear sequence. So the secondary and tertiary level of protein structures are preserved by non-covalent forces or bonds like hydrogen bonds, electrostatic bond, hydrophobic interactions and van der Waals forces. So here the secondary structure of protein is formed by the hydrogen bonding in the polypeptide chain. So here this takes the coiling of amino acid chain in a particular pattern. So here pattern you can see in this image, that is helical structure. So in this it is formed by the hydrogen bonding in the polypeptide chain. So these bonds cause the chain to fold and coil in two different conformations, that is known as alpha helix and beta pleated sheets. So you can see in this alpha helix and beta sheet. So alpha helix is the most common and stable conformation for a polypeptide chain. In proteins like hemoglobin and myoglobin, the alpha helix is abundant, whereas it is virtually absent in chemotrypsin. The alpha helix is a spiral structure. You can see in this image. So spiral structure like as in DNA. So alpha helix is a spiral structure. The polypeptide bonds form the backbone and the side chains of amino acids extends outwards. This structure is stabilized by hydrogen bonds between the nitrogen and hydrogen and carbon and oxygen group, that is amide group and carboxyl groups of the main chain, and the helix is rare because amino acids found in the proteins are of L varieties, which exclude left handedness. So here the helix is the most common and stable conformation for a polypeptide chain, as in the case of beta pleated sheet. So here the polypeptide chain in beta pleated sheet is almost fully extended. You can see in this beta sheet the distance between the adjacent amino acid is 3.5 angstrom. It is stabilized by the hydrogen bond between amide and carboxylic group of neighboring polypeptide segments. So the adjacent strands in the sheet can run in the same direction with regards to the amino and carboxyl terminal ends of polypeptide chain, that is parallel, and in the opposite direction anti-parallel beta sheet. So the beta pleated sheet is major structural compound in the protein like silk, fibrin, uh, flavodoxin, and carbonic anhydrous. So beta bends that are formed in many proteins by the U-turn folding of the chain. So intra-chain disulfide bridge stabilize these bonds. So here in the secondary structure, the bonds cause the chain to fold and coil in the two different conformation, that is known as alpha helix and beta pleated sheets. So next is a tertiary structure. So tertiary structure, so in this secondary structure that denotes the configurational relationship between the residues which are about 3 to 4 amino acids apart, or secondary level that defines the organization at immediate vicinity of amino acids. So in the tertiary structure denotes a three-dimensional structure of a whole protein. So the tertiary structure defines the steric relationship of amino acid which are far apart from each other in the linear sequence, but they are close in the three-dimensional aspects. So here the tertiary structure, that is a three-dimensional structure, and the tertiary structure is maintained by the non-covalent interactions such as the hydrophobic bond, electrostatic bond, and van der Waals forces. So in this tertiary structure, this is a coiled structure, you can see in this image. So coiled structure, that is very necessary for protein functions in order to compress the very long spiral chain into globular form. There occurs extensive foldings over and bending in the helix. So you can see in this image, so coiling or folding and bending in the helix, which results into the tertiary structural features. So here the molecular shape is a fibrous type or a globular type. So this structure is of prime importance in determining the fine structure of a protein. So in the tertiary structure, so here three-dimensional shape of polypeptide chain which under the attractive or repulsive forces of different functional groups of each amino acids. So here molecular shape is fibrous type or globular type. So next is quaternary structure, that is fourth level. So in this structure it exhibits the degree of polymerization of protein units. So here this structure exhibits only by those proteins which have multiple polypeptide chains which combine to form a large complex. So this results from the arrangement of polypeptide or protein subunits to form super protein structure. So the individual chains are then called here subunits. So certain polypeptides will aggregate to form one functional protein. You can see in this image, this is referred to as the quaternary structure, and the protein will lose its function when the subunits are dissociated. The forces that keep the quaternary structure are hydrogen bonds, electrostatic bond, hydrophobic and van der Waals forces. So depend on the number of polypeptide chain. The protein may be termed as monomer, that is one chain, dimer, two chain, tetramer, four chain, and so on. So each polypeptide chain is termed as subunit or monomer. So homodimer that contain two copies of same polypeptide chain, heterodimer that contain two different types of polypeptide chain as a functional unit. So here the arrangement of polypeptides or protein subunits which forms super protein structure. So this is about the structure of protein. So it contains four level: primary level, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. Thank you.